Hey, Read Through the Word. How are you today? Today is May 7th, and today's lesson is called The Heavens Declare. I have gone with Psalm 19 today. I say this about everything. I love this psalm. But it starts off this. I'm just going to read the first part of it. It says this. 1 through 6. It says, the heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. God has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his waiting. It rejoices like a great athlete eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat. And then it goes from verse 7 through verse 13 that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But then in the last verse, verse 14 says this, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Okay, so Psalm 19. I automatically start singing with this one. And I will be putting the song in because I always go, the heavens declare the glory of God. Love it. All right, Psalm 19. So I'm going to go a little nerd again with you for a little bit, and then I want you to see what it means. All right, so what Psalm 19 is doing is it is connecting general revelation and special revelation, and then letting us respond to both of those. And that's what Psalm 19 does. So we need to talk about general revelation, special revelation, which we've done before. And I talk about it all the time because I think it's a thing that we don't consider, and it answers many questions that many of us have about what happens to those who don't know about God. Everyone knows about God. Everyone does. It's called general revelation. Okay. General revelation means, so I've got your definition in your notes. It means God's revelation made to all men everywhere, discovered through natural means, such as observing the physical universe or creation, but the heavens declare, the stars speak forth, philosophy and reasoning. This would be one of Charles Wesley's idea with Methodism and starting the Methodist Church. Its origins were on of how he reasoned through by looking that there is a God, and then went to search after special revelation where this God, so his connection with that. So go read up on that, but that's what, there was a method to his reasoning about God, and that's why it's called the Methodist Church. But that's what his was, because he walked by a room, people much like Augustine. I think Wesley read the book of Romans, and the verse is what made him start thinking, in that thinking through, and it was called, there is a method to this, and that's what Methodist means. So some church history for you today. I'm a church history nerd. Okay, but that's general revelation. Special revelation is God's revelation through God's revelation to man through supernatural means. Scriptures, Old Testament, the miracles, and Jesus. And all of that has now been recorded in the Word. So that's special revelation. Like, things about God you can't understand through nature. You can't understand the plan of salvation. You through nature and through your own moral insides that God has made us with, we understand that there is a God who has created everything. Read Romans 1. There is a God. He has created everything. We know that through general revelation. We also know that there's a problem, because I know that there's a problem between us. We are at conflict. How to resolve that has to come through special revelation. The Bible, the gospel, Jesus. My supernatural means, so my students in my class always are confused by supernatural. I said that means above or outside of the natural. Think about time and space and matter that are contained, I always say, in a box. So here's our square box, and there is time and space and matter. God made the box. He exists outside of time, space, and matter. He has chosen to speak to general revelation through time, space, and matter, creation. But the special is he then steps into the box to talk to us. How does he do that? Through miracles that authenticate the message, through the prophets, like Hebrews says. In previous times, God has spoken to us through his prophets, and now he speaks to us through his son. That's what Hebrews says. And so that is outside of the box, and we can rely on God because he sees the box. It's always called the parable of the elephant. I meant to bring my daughter's stuffed elephant with me. I do this at school. I do it. One of my teacher friends has a stuffed dragon in her room, and we do it. So if you had an elephant in front of you, just think a real live elephant. And I grabbed I put elephant in a room, and I grabbed 4 people, put blindfolds on them, and put them in the room. And I said, you can touch one thing. Tell me what it is. And somebody's like, oh, it's got, you grab all around, and you do it with, so we do it with the stuffed dragon, and they grab the stuffed dragon, and you get a wing. And they're like, okay, it's a bird. It's a bird. I got that. And then there's a hump on it. Okay, somebody feels a hump. They're like, it's a camel. It's a camel. Okay, you can feel one thing, because that's all your senses will allow you to feel, is everything that's in the box. Okay, so everybody else comes out with 4 different things. Are any of them right? No, they're not, because they only see a certain part of it. God sees the whole elephant. God sees the whole dragon. God sees everything. He knows everything, and he has recorded it for us. God knows it. He's given it to us. That's his special revelation. He sees the whole elephant, and he's told us about it in his word. And so God is glorified through all things. God is glorified through general revelation. In this psalm, it says this: the heavens proclaim or declare, the skies display, they make him known. The sun bursts forth and rejoices. And then it says, then it goes into that next section that we didn't read, because I'm about to go through it right now. Then special revelation glorifies God. His instructions are perfect. His decrees are trustworthy. His commandments are right. His commands are clear. His laws are true. His words are sweeter than honey. So if general revelation is declaring, proclaiming, bursting forth, rejoicing, glorifying, his words, special revelation, is true, it's perfect, it's trustworthy, it's right, it's clear, it's sweeter than honey, then what the psalmist does is say, then we need to respond. If he has done all of this to get our attention, what do? We respond, because our hearts belong to him alone. Our minds are renewed by him. Our souls delight in him. Love the Lord with all your heart, your mind, your soul. We adore him. Adore, worship, serve. That is the purpose of our life, because he is my rock. He is my redeemer. So not only do the heavens proclaim the glory of God, so do we. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.